Yo,
There he is.
what's
Hey,
up,
everybody,
brother?
listen, there he is. The two division world champion, the people's champ. In my eyes, one of the toughest boxers in the sport, the man himself,
All right.
Badou Jack, the Ripper. Thank you, brother, for joining us on Mayweather Promotion Locked In, man. We know you have a lot of things to do, especially being isolated at home with your family. But we appreciate you taking the time, brother.
No, of course, brother. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Just enjoying life. I'm sure you're trying to do the same.
Yeah, I'm getting some gray hairs in my beard too, like you.
You're a
Getting old.
long way from this, man. A long way. And I was going to ask you that because how are you dealing with, being isolated with the coronavirus? I don't know. I don't know about you, but I think I'm going crazy over here. But how are you dealing with that? Having to, be at home every day with the kids every day, with the wife every day. How are you dealing with that?
I mean, we're not struggling, to be honest. So there's people that in the small apartments, people that don't have money, people that don't have food or nothing.
Right.
And this is not quarantine. This is just little vacation. I mean,
Right. Right. Right.
look over here. I'm sitting by my pool and everything. So I have I have my gym. I have everything I need. So I'm not complaining at all.
So it's a blessing. It's definitely a
Yeah.
blessing. For those who don't know you, know extensively your history, they know you from Badou Jack the Ripper being the professional boxer. I think a
Yeah.
lot of people overlook or forget the fact that you were an Olympian first. You were in the 2008 Olympics, right? And that's
Yeah.
huge. And I think a lot of people forget that. Can you give us a little bit of a trail or a story telling us a little bit about how you went from representing Gambia in Africa, your father's country, at the Olympics in 2008, and you be coming to the U.S., becoming a professional boxer, finding yourself in front of Floyd Mayweather, signing the
Uh,
Mayweather promotions, and now being one of the most feared boxers in the sport. Give us a little bit of that story so people can kind of see how you got to be where you are right now.
yeah, I don't know where to start. I mean, I started boxing when I was 18, almost 20 years ago. Damn, I sound old. Uh, yeah, I mean, I represented my country, Sweden, for my whole amateur career, except for my last fight, basically, in the Olympics. So I wanted to make my dad proud, and fight for his country too. So yeah, I represented. I actually got a passport from Gambia, and yeah, I went down to what was it, Namibia, to qualify for the Olympics. Yeah, I beat everybody there, and then I qualified, and yeah, I lost to a guy that got the bronze medal. The amateur boxing was not really for my style.
Mhm.
People know that I'm a slow starter, so
Used to
back
be.
then, used to be. Watch my next fight.
Right.
Um, so what was I? Yeah, so it was 4 2-minute rounds back then,
Hmm.
and yeah, and that style, the guy that I fought was holding and running. It was kind of that's not my style.
Right.
Like,
Right.
so yeah, so as a professional, that was better for me. So yeah, I turned pro back in Sweden. I had like 3 4 fights before Shannon Briggs discovered me.
Yeah, this is Shannon
Yeah,
and Cannon Briggs.
yeah, he's my guy. So yeah, so I moved into his house. I moved to Miami, started my career there. I met Lou DeVal uh, and Herman. Both of them training me.
Right.
Uh, Yeah, and Shannon's promotional company, he was working together with Greg Cohen, and they had some beef or whatever, so they released all the fighters. So
Right.
that's when I moved to Vegas and started training with Eddie Mustafa, and yeah, I signed with Lou DiBella and Warriors Boxing
Hmm.
for what is it, like a year and a half, and had like I think 5 6 fights with them, and yeah, then I signed with Floyd.
Right. Right. Now
Yeah,
that it sounds as a story sounds easy, right? But
yeah,
it's a lot of things that happen along the way
yeah,
before you became, Mayweather Promotions, the money team, the whole nine. Uh, I know for a fact there was some delays along the way,
yeah,
financial issues, trying to survive and struggle. I think a lot of times people see, as you see, shown your pool and a great life. I don't think they fully understand the sacrifices you've had to make and the financial struggles You've had to
Yeah.
endure to get to this place. Give a young fighter a little bit of an insight so they understand that it's not going to be a cakewalk, but if you stay focused, it can happen for you.
Yeah, I mean, back then, I signed like a slave contract with a manager back then that took advantage of me. He was from New York. He never came down to Vegas to see how he was living. He put us in the ghetto, no money or nothing. So it was a hard time. But
Right.
that I'm glad that that happened because it's a learning experience that made me tough, that made me stronger. And
Right.
yeah, yeah. And after that, I met Floyd, and I think I sparred Andre Durrell back then. 50 Cent, HBO, everybody was there. This was when Floyd fought Cotto for that training camp. So,
Right.
Floyd liked me, and then he went away on a little vacation. I had to
Yeah.
move back to Sweden, and when he got out, yeah, I came back to the States. He saw me and he said, "I want to sign you. I want to buy you out your contract." And yeah, no, it was really tough,
Well,
but yeah,
let's talk about irony. You just said that you were sparring, I think, Andre Durrell, right?
yeah,
Now, the irony of that statement is this. In 2015, even though people knew you, you get an opportunity to fight for the super middleweight WBC World Championship belt against the brother,
yeah.
Anthony Durrell. How crazy is that? Talk a little bit about that, because that was your first world title. How did that feel to get that world title and to be able to say all that sacrifice was worth it?
I mean, it was a dream come true, of course, fighting for the title. But I mean, I knew I was going to be a champion if I get the opportunity to fight for it, you know.
Right.
And yeah, he was a tough guy. He talked a lot of trash before the fight, and that just motivated me. And yeah, I mean, we cool now, but back
Right.
then, yeah, it was some bad blood. But yeah,
Yeah. Well,
uh,
I think that's a big part of boxing. I think that sometimes trash talking happens. And now in your history, we already understand that you're not about talking. You're about
yeah,
performing. So
I'm
that's
about
really
beating your
what you're
ass.
all about.
Yeah,
And so here's the great thing about you. You win a world title, you defend your title a few times, and then you decide, you know what? Super middleweight's cool. I want a belt. Let me challenge myself and go to light heavy. Let me
yeah,
see if I can become a 2-division world champion. Now, working with you at that time, correct? You're
yeah.
telling me, hey, you know what? I don't want a tune-up fight at light heavy. I want to fight the best. I want to fight a world champion. And so as a trainer, I'm like, okay, let's ease into the water a little bit. You're like, no, I want to fight a world champion. And
Yeah.
what do? You get an opportunity to fight for the WBA World Championship Light Heavyweight World Title against Nathan Cleverly. Now, you don't just
Oh.
do it on a regular card. You do it on one of the most exciting, fun cards ever created with Mayweather fighting McGregor, which was not only entertaining, but a huge circus, for lack of words, right?
Yeah.
Explain to me your mindset, why you decided you wanted to fight a champion, and not only did you want to fight a champion, you want to fight a champion on that card.
I mean, there wasn't the plan to fight him, to be honest.
Right.
I mean, we fought James DeGale, so even before that fight, I told Floyd, I can't make the weight no more, and I want to fight Adonis Stevenson. Because he was the man. He was the ring, the lineal champion. He was the man. He was knocking everybody out. So I said, I want to fight him. And I just fought a southpaw, just fought DeGale. So I wanted to fight Stevenson, but yeah, I think he fought like 2 months before that or whatever. So yeah, he wasn't really interested in that fight back then. And yeah, so the next guy available was Cleverly. He actually called me out. I didn't call him out. He called me out. So I was like, yeah, why not? And yeah, and then we got the Stevenson fight after that.
Right, and you went right into that fight, if I'm not mistaken. Dominated that fight from round 1 until they stopped it, right?
Yeah.
And so you walked away, no question whether or not you won that belt. and you got to be on one of the most exciting cards there is with McGregor and Mayweather. Now, for
Mayweather
those
and
who don't,
McGregor.
well, Mayweather and McGregor, right? For those who don't know you, right? If I'm not mistaken, you have the right to correct me. You fought the last 8 fights have either been world champions or title fights. Am I correct?
Yeah, former or future or current
World
world
champion.
champion. Yep.
Now
Yep.
that, if nothing else, that's a testament of how tough and how committed you are to being the best. And with that being said, I cannot have this interview without discussing one of the most vicious cuts I've ever seen in my life. I
Yeah.
have never seen anyone in any sport have to endure a cut the way you did against Brown. I think that happened in the 7th round. And yeah, you
Where's it
can't
at?
see it now. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Did you have to get plastic surgery for that?
I mean, as a plastic surgeon, they stitch it up, but
Right.
yeah. No, I just put some what you call like a vitamin E gel or whatever on it.
Right.
So yeah.
So what the fans want to know, and honestly, I never had a chance to ask you, so I want to know as well. When you got cut in that 7th round, and I really believe that was the skull that we saw.
Yeah.
What was your mind thinking at that time? I mean, the pain that you had to feel had to be just amazing. What was your mind at when you said, you know what, I'm gonna finish this fight. Not only am I gonna finish this fight, I'm gonna finish this fight at world championship status, because you went 5 more rounds with that cut. What was your mind at that time?
I mean, pain, there's no pain. If you're a boxer, there's no fucking pain. Sorry,
Right, right.
excuse my French. No, but yeah, I mean it was hard to see.
True.
So yeah. And I thought the doctor was gonna stop it right away. But he didn't, and I'm happy he didn't. And I told my corner too, don't stop it. I'm gonna get him. And yeah, it was easier said than done, so it was kind of hard. I mean, he's a
Right.
good fighter, but yeah, it wasn't my night either. I had some other issues too, but yeah, no, I couldn't see the whole fight. It was
Right.
like a thin, like yellow layer on my eye, so it was really hard to fight. But
I was truly
it is what it is.
surprised that they didn't stop it. I was truly surprised. And when you got to the back, and I had an opportunity to see it for myself, I could see that it was bad in the ring, but in the back is when I really was able to see how bad
Yeah.
it was. And so from that, to be able to look at your face now and see hardly any scar whatsoever.
I mean, you can see it. It's skin mostly, but yeah, it's a
gotta look
scar, but
hard though.
it's
You
not
gotta
that
look
bad.
real hard.
It's okay.
Do you happen to remember how many stitches you may have to receive in order to close that?
I think they said like 100. I think 30. It was 3 layers, so at least like 90.
Yeah, 90 to 100 hours. I remember them saying
Yeah,
about 100 stitches to get it
yeah,
closed in that small area.
something like
You know,
that. Yeah.
the whole world, first of all, respects you in the boxing game. And I personally applaud your warrior spirit. So your last fight you had, and you've shown this in all your fights, that you're a warrior. You never give up at anything. It was a controversial fight between Pascal, right? The
Yeah.
whole world kind of questioned it. If you
Bullshit.
were able to get that fight again, would you want it? And if not, is there anybody else you would like to fight?
I want to fight him next, of course.
Well,
That's what I want to fight next, and just start around 13. But yeah, I mean, this is a business, so it's all about the money. So
right.
if they come with a big money fight, of course I take that one instead. But
right.
this is how I'll feed my family, and
Right.
but yeah, I want that fight next. So yeah.
Well, I want to speak on something personally that I was able to witness at the end of that fight. I personally thought you won the fight. I personally thought you got robbed. And I think the team felt the same thing. We go to the back after the fight's over, and the team is upset. You're definitely not happy about the fact that you didn't get the decision. And we're sitting in the room, and the room is kind of quiet. And you look over at us, and say, I don't know if you were speaking to me at the time. I thought you were, but it was some people
Yeah.
behind me. And you say, go check up on Pascal.
Yeah.
I was so confused at that point. Because I'm like, what? We just got robbed? You know, we should have won that. And you say to all of us, go check up on Pascal. Through it all,
Yeah.
through the confusion, through the disappointment, you were able to look past that and say, I'm concerned about that man and his well-being. That says a lot about you as a person, and I applaud that about you, Badou. I really do. I don't think a lot of people truly understand the sincerity that you have when they call you that humanitarian. There's a reason why the WBC named you as the humanitarian of the year. So, but I don't want to move forward without giving you an opportunity at this point to let the whole world know what type of things you have in play from that standpoint of being a humanitarian. I know you have a few things you have going on. Explain to the world what you're doing there.
Yeah, so we had we started the Badou Jack Foundation a couple of years ago now, and yeah, we helping refugee kids all over the world. We started in Jordan. We had a Syrian refugee camp. We have a Palestinian refugee camp, and we do some work in Gambia, where I'm from too. So yeah, we got a lot of good things going. We got to get a new website and jointeamjack.com.
How long have you been doing that, Badou? Do you know? Do you remember? Or just been that way your entire life?
No, I've been doing some small stuff, before and after my fights. But yeah, my business manager, he was like, "Come on, man, you got to push it." I said, "I don't want to talk about nothing like that. This is between me and God." But he said, you can help more kids. You can make it bigger, and more people can get benefit from it." So
Right.
I was like, "Yeah, let's start the foundation."
Right. Well, you definitely helped a lot of people. As a matter of fact, you've even influenced people in the U.S., me being one of them, donating to
Yeah.
nonprofit organizations as well. So thank you for that. And there's more to it. I think that it wouldn't be fair if we didn't talk about your other business ventures you have in place. You have Badou Jack Promotions, correct?
Badou Jack Promotions. Look at your hat, Ripper Nutrition.
Ripper Nutrition. I'm
Yeah.
representing with the Badou Jack clothes on, everybody. Yeah, I have the Badou Jack clothes on with the Ripper gear. Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
I definitely am going to represent.
yeah,
So
no, I appreciate it. No, we got some more stuff coming, but yeah, you can't have too much
right,
going on. You got to stay focused on the career too.
right. Last but not least, Badou, you've done so much in your career, so much. I mean, there's no way that I could get everything in 15 to 20 minutes. We're already over the 20-minute mark, but there's no way I can put it all in. So I don't want to discredit any of the things you've ever done. And if I left out anything, please forgive me. But if you were able to look back at boxing 10 years from now or whenever, how would you want to look back and see your career? And also, how would you want boxing fans to look back and look at your legacy once boxing is over for you?
To be honest, I want my humanitarian work to be bigger than my boxing career. That would be a dream come true. But not that I don't want to achieve good things and get more belts and stuff. I mean, but yeah, that's my main goal.
You know what? It's funny. I didn't expect this. Just briefly, just now, I got a bit emotional, only because not too many people, especially in boxing, want to look past themselves. The number one thing that you want is for the whole world to look at what you do to help people. Not as much as how many championships or how many wars you went through, but how you want to help others. And that says a lot, man. I mean, there's not enough, and I don't have the words to be able to describe the level of selflessness that you provide to what you do. Brother, thank you for being on Mayweather Promotions, locked in. You've been a great influence for all those around you. We greatly appreciate it. Mayweather Promotion, we appreciate the platform and the opportunity to be on your Instagram Live. And if you ever want to reach out and find out what Mr. Ripper himself is doing, Badou Jack, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Badou, you can help me. Let the people know all your social media and all the different ways they can follow you.
At Badou Jack, at everything, you know, Twitter, Instagram,
Everything.
Facebook, yeah, everything.
And for those who don't know me, I'm Coach Larry Wade, strength conditioning coach to
the best in the business. The best in the business.
Appreciate that, brother. So listen, everybody, please continue to tune in. I'm pretty sure Mayweather Promotion is going to have bigger stars, bigger situations going on, people out there. So please pay attention. You can always follow Badou Jack, the Badou Jack Promotions, Badou Jack, the foundation, and please give, because he's definitely giving his heart as well. You guys have a great night. It was a blessing. Thank you, Badou, for your time, brother.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.